Alright guys, so today we're looking at test 10 2025 Benco section 1. So let's jump right into it. Number 1, write the following in words. So we have $2,309.50. So 2,309.50. Always remember the decimal point separates the dollars from the coins. So, number 2, which number below should be placed in the box to correctly complete the statement? So we need to find out some number that is more than 2,895. So from the list given there, we know this is smaller, this is smaller, so therefore it's 2,958 is more than 2,895. Number 3, calculate the sum of the odd numbers from the list below. We know that an odd number ends in 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. We also know that an odd number, when divided by 2, always leaves a remainder of 1. So, looking at this here now, to identify the odd numbers first, before we can calculate the sum, we know it's 17, 23, and 49. Now I wanted to calculate the sum. So sum means to add. So 17 plus 23 plus 49. 7 add 3 is 10, add 9 is 19. 4 add 2 is 6, add 1 is 7, add 1 is 8. So we got 89. Number 4, find the difference between 11 squared and 9 squared. So before we can do this, we need to find out what 11 squared is. 11 squared is 11 by 11, which is equal to 121. Then 9 squared is equal to 9 by 9, which is equal to 81. They said find the difference. Difference means to subtract. So the difference is equal to 121. Take away 81. And that will give us 40. Number 5, find the sum of 19.05, 20.36, and 8.2. So, addition of decimals, we line up the digits so that the decimal points will line up one under the other. 8.2, fill out the spaces with zeros, and we add. We do normal addition, so we start from the right hand side. 5 add 6 is 11, 3 add 2 is 5, add 1 is 6, bounce up the points, you put back the point. 9 add 8 is 17, 2 add 1 is 3, add 1 is 4. So we got 47.61. They said calculate the sum of the shaded fractions shown. So this first shape we have here, we know that is 3/4 shaded. Next one we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, say 16. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 16ths. The one to calculate the sum means to add. So again, we know that one is a multiple of the other. So therefore, all we need to do is to make the denominators the same. To make the denominators the same, we make the smaller denominator the same size as the larger denominator. So to change 4 into 16, we multiply by 4 and multiply by whatever we do in the denominator, we do in the numerator. So 4 multiplied by 3 is 12, 4 by 4 is 16, add 5 by over 16. Once the denominators are the same, all we need to do is add the numerators. So 12 plus 5 is 17 over 16, or this is the same as 1 and 1/16. Number 7, using the digits below, form the largest 3-digit number that is a multiple of 5. We know that a multiple of 5 ends in 0, 5. So looking at the list of digits we have here, we know that we have to end with 0 to make it a multiple of 5. Then they said I want the largest 3 digits, so therefore we arrange the digits in descending order. So 930 would be the largest 3-digit number that is a multiple of 5. Number 8, Amanda shared a number of cherries among her 8 friends. Each friend received 23 cherries, and there was a remainder of 6. What is the total number of cherries she had? So the setting now is 8 friends, each received that. So we know the divisor, we know the quotient, and we know the remainder. Now we need to find the dividend. Alright, so which is the total that was shared. To do this now, we take the quotient multiplied by the divisor. So 23 multiplied by 8. 8 by 3 is 24. 8 by 2 is 16. Add 2 is 18. So that's 184. Now we have the remainder. So we need to add on the remainder to that total. So 184 add 6 will give us 190. All right. Moving on now to number 9. They said complete. So we know we have our equal sign, and that equal sign there shows that it is equivalent fractions. So what this means now is both sides are equal. All right. So to move from 9 to 3, we divide by 3, and whatever we do in the numerator, we do in the denominator. So 15 divided by 3 is 5. So the denominator there would be 5. From a roll of cloth 25.7 meters long, Kelsey used 13.25 meters. What length of cloth remained? If you want to find the remainder, we need to subtract. So from the total, which is 25.7 meters, we take away now the length that was used, which is 13.25. Again, when subtracting decimals, we line up the digits so that the decimal points will be one under the other. And wherever we have spaces, we fill it out with 0. 0 cannot take away 5, so we take 1 from the 7. Here becomes 6, here becomes 10. 10 take away 5 is 5. 6 take away 2 is 4. You bounce up the point, you put back the point. 5 take away 3 is 2. 2 take away 1 is 1. So we got 12.45 meters. Alright, that remained. They said draw the hands on the clock, our analog clock, to show the time 11:35. Alright, so we know this means it is 25 minutes to the hour. So if it's 11:35, because we know that our hand has the point between the 11 and the 12, somewhere around there, and the minute hand would point to the 7, because each one of these here, once the minute hand is pointing to it, represents 5. So we know 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Alright, so that is 7. The minute hand by the 7, the hour hand by the 11, between the 11 and 12. 25 to 12. Alright. Number 12, shown below, is a balanced scale. This means that both sides weigh the same. They are equal. What is the mass of the pawpaw? Alright. So we know when you add the pawpaw and the pineapple, you get a total weight of 5 kilograms. So we have kilograms and we have grams. So we know that 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. So we change, or we convert the 5 kilograms to grams. To convert kilograms to grams, we multiply by 1,000. Alright, whenever we multiply by 1,000, the whole number, we just add 3 zeros to the end. So this becomes 5,000 grams. So we know both sides are 5,000 grams. From here now, we know that the pineapple weighs 2,400 grams. So therefore the pawpaw will weigh the difference. So 5,000 grams, take away the 2,400 grams, and that will leave us with 2,600 grams. Alright, so the mass is 2,600 grams or 2.6 kilograms. They didn't specify which unit they want. Number 13, the area of a rectangle is 42 centimeters squared. What the length is 14 centimeters. Calculate its width. So to calculate the width of a rectangle when given the area and its length, it is area divided by the length. The area we know was 42 centimeters squared divided by the length, which is 14 centimeters. And 42 divided by 14 is 3 centimeters. So the width of the rectangle is 3 centimeters. Shown below is part of a clock for the month of November. Alright. Chloe worked from Monday to Friday during the month of November. If she is paid $200 per day, how much money did she earn for the month? So it's only Monday to Friday. So we need to check up how many days is this. So this here is 5. From here to here is 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22. 22 days. So to calculate the total paid, it'll be the 22 days multiplied by the $200. Alright, 22 by 2 is 44, and add the 2 zeros. So therefore, she earned $4,400. On the shape below, which angles are less than a quarter turn? So meaning less than 90 degrees. From our previous sessions, we know that 90 degrees is represented by this. So anything less than that would be something looking like this, which is known as an acute angle, right? Less than 90 degrees. So looking at this here, we realize this and this here. So A and C are less than a quarter turn. Number 16, which angle below is less than a right angle? So we know this is a right angle here. So the one that is less, and well, this angle is this entire thing here. So this is more. This here is two right angles because it's a straight line. So therefore we know it is B. It said draw the line or lines of symmetry on the shape shown. So this is a T, and we know a T has one vertical line of symmetry. So one vertical line of symmetry. The table shows the number of pupils absent over 5 days. What is the modal number of pupils absent over the 5 days? So what is the most common number of pupils absent over the 5 days? The most common number of pupils absent would be 2. The mean of 5 numbers is 60. What is the sum of the 5 numbers? Again, sum would be the mean multiplied by the number of numbers, which is equal to 60 multiplied by 5, which is equal to 300. And number 20, we have the pictograph below shows the number of watermelons sold by Ryan over 5 days. One watermelon was sold for $10. How much money did Ryan earn after the 5 days? So first, we need to calculate the total number of watermelons he sold. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So total watermelons will be 15 multiplied by how much 1 represents, which is 2. So 15 by 2, which is equal to 30 watermelons. I wanted to calculate the total earned. So the total earned would be the 30 watermelons multiplied by the cost for 1, which is $10. And 30 by 10 is 300. All right, so $300 is the total. And that's it for test 10, section 1, 2025 Benco. All right, and you all could check out Benco and see what other books for resources they have. Again, it's very helpful to get the math formula book while working with your practice papers from there, right? So that's it for today.